welcome to our practice. I am Tianna. This is Yoga with Tianna, and it is 5 years, five of doing this Saturday flow. It's so exciting. I'm excited. Hold on, because I forgot one more thing that I needed to add to the little light, right? All right, making sure I add the light. All right, we're here. We're going to get ourselves moving. It's a Vinyasa flow, but of course we got to pick our intention word. I hope you're doing well. Say hello in the chat. If you have been here for 5 years, we have done this practice for 5 years. Of course, every first Saturday is chair yoga, which is next Saturday will be chair yoga. So let's pick our intention word. Ooh. Okay. Now, I'm gonna grab both of these. I'm gonna put this one to the side. So yesterday was communicate. Today, forgive. Now that one right here, that can be hard. All right? That can be extremely hard. Forgiveness. Whew. And we're not even forgiving sometimes just so that we forgive the other person. We have to let go of that energy ourselves, right? Whew, that's a hard one today. That is a tough one. Well, it's all right. Forgive me for if I'm not your teacher. And that's okay, because there's so many teachers, especially on YouTube, that you can definitely go to. So if there are any things that you're like, you know what, she talked too much, she doesn't do the flow, she goes too slow, hey, I may not be your teacher, but I love those who are here and rocking, and I hope that you find a teacher that works for you if I'm not the one, because there's levels to yoga. Truly, there's levels to yoga. So I want you to find one that works, all right? All right, yes, and I see my moderator, do not forget to set your watch. Do not forget to set your watch. Forgive me for all the times I forget. So I'm gonna go ahead and set mine now. We're gonna do a flow, a nice Vinyasa flow that's gonna be kind of energetic for this 5 years. We wanna run it back. We're gonna have a little inversion, just a little. So just prepare yourself. Feel free if you wanna get against a wall. Have your blocks handy as well. That's always helpful to have those blocks handy where you can reach them. And let's go ahead and get ourselves down onto the mat. All right. Yes, thank you so much to my moderator, Twitch. Thank you, thank you. All right. Let's come to a nice, comfortable seat. Doesn't have to look like this. It can look like however it wants to look for you. And just come to the breath. Mentally arrive in this space. Although you might have physically laid out your mat, I want you to mentally arrive here. Take a nice inhale in through the nose if it's available. Gently hold. Exhale. We're going to take this exhale, open mouth. Just let your body release here. Just feel your body starting to get comfortable. Start to ground here in this space. And then if it's available, taking the rest of those breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. We'll release our hands down by our side, placing them in your lap if that feels good. Bringing your gaze down onto your mat, or gently closing your eyes, whichever one feels best for you. Come into your breath. Making those inhales and exhales nice and natural. Becoming an observer of your breath. Not trying to force an inhale or force an exhale, but simply just allowing your body to be. We're going to start to invite some movement, gently taking that chin up towards the ceiling. Maybe gaze up if that feels good. And take the chin down towards the chest. Feeling the stretch along the back of your neck, shoulders, relax. We're going to take right ear, right shoulder. Notice how that feels. This is one of those progressive stretches, so maybe you feel a little tightness And then you start to release some of that tension and maybe go a little bit deeper. Take it back to center and over to the opposite shoulder. And gently take it back up to center. Let's bring those arms up overhead. Raise up. Lift up as high as you can with those palms to face each other. On that exhale, we're going to hinge down. Walking your hands out in front of you. Release the forearms. Tuck your chin into your chest. We're leading with our chest, flattening our back. Slowly walking our hands over to the right corner of our mat. Feeling that stretch along our left hip. And then over to the opposite side, to your comfort level. Gently come back to center. Maybe notice if you can get a little bit deeper. And on that exhale, let's walk the hands back up towards the body. We're going to reverse our feet. So if your feet, one was in front, we're going to take the opposite one in front now. And let's take that stretch one more time. Bring those arms up. Gaze up. On that exhale, let's hinge it forward. Oh, it hits different on a different side. I tell you, it hits different. Walk your hands out. Release the forearms. Release your head. Remember to lead with the chest. You can always take a block. You can always place your hand onto a block, whatever feels good to you. This is the medium position. Feel free to take low, high, whatever feels good to you. You can even take your forehead and take it down on the block. Walking your hands over to the right side. So I'm going to walk my block over. And then over to the opposite side, I'm going to carry my block. And gently back to center. Again, you can allow your head to come down. Place your head on the block, whatever feels good to you. Remember to have that oxygen. Feel the breath expand into the hips, to the seat bones, into the toes. Take an inhale in. On that exhale, let's rise back up. Come to a nice comfortable seat. We're going to move our block over to the side. If you'd like to place something under your knees, go ahead and get that handy. We're going to come to our tabletop position. So tabletop position, we come here with our knees stacking right underneath of our hips, our wrists stacking right underneath of our shoulders. Let's first start rotating out our hips in a circle. Press into your fingertips. Bring those fingers out towards the outside of your mat if there's any tension in the wrists. Bring your fingertips down onto the mat. Let's pause and reverse, go the opposite way. All right, we're going to go around one more time and we're going to end with our hips to our heels. Take a child's pose here. Walk your hands out in front. Forehead comes down. Drawing the navel in. Relax the hips. Let's gaze towards our hands. Let's come back to that tabletop position. I want you to take that right foot. We're going to extend it out behind us. Rocking the ball of that foot forward and back. Keeping your hip as neutral as you can. You can even bring it out a little bit towards the side to get your hip nice and even. Very nice. We're going to lift that foot off the ground. Just let it hover right off the ground. We're drawing that navel in. So bring the belly in. Again, that hip is nice and neutral. Let's go ahead and lower the foot down. Let's start to lean back, lean back, lean back. Bringing that heel towards the ground. It's all right if it does not connect. Let's come back to that tabletop position. Lift the toe off. Hover the toe right above the ground. So it's just hovering right behind you. Toe points down. Very nice. Let's start to lift that leg up a little bit higher. Lift it up a little bit higher. Woo. Are we starting to feel those arms? Very nice. Let's bring the knee into the chest. Arch the spine. Knee into the chest. Let's take it back out. Knee into the chest. Take it out. Lower that knee back down. Give it a rock from side to side. Woo. All right, can we do the same thing on the opposite side? So let's extend that left leg out behind us. We're going to rock forward and back. Rocking forward and back. Feeling the ankle, full flexion here. Let's bring it to stillness. Let's lift that toe off the ground. You're pressing into that opposite foot to the top of the foot. Hip is neutral. Breathe. Let's lower that foot down. Whew. All right, remember I like to do yo lattes. This is a little lottie. All right, let's begin to rock forward and back again. All right, are we ready for a little bit of float again? Let's lift that foot off the ground. Nice neutral hip. Breathe, drawing that navel in. Let's take it down. All right, knee to nose, you ready? Let's bring that knee forward. Hover it behind. Knee comes forward. Hover behind. One more, knee to nose. Take it forward, lower the knee down. Let's take a child's pose right here. Lean it back. Walk your hands out. Take your forehead down. Breathe. Take one more full cycle of breath. We're going to look towards the hands. Let's come up to our first downward facing dog. Taking the knees back towards the tabletop. Tuck the toes. Push back. Pedal your feet here. This is our first downward facing dog of our practice. Bending opposite knees. Drawing the navel in. And when you feel comfortable shifting those hips to stillness, shift the weight back towards your heels. And let's begin to come back into that tabletop position. I want us to see how we're going into that downward facing dog. So we're going to do a little exercise. We're going to untuck our toes. And we're going to shift the weight towards the heels, keeping your hands where they are. All right? We're going to do it about 3 times. Shift the weight towards your heels, keeping your hands where they are. Come forward. Shift your hands, shift your hips back. Hands stay where they are. Come forward. One more time, shift the hips back. Hands stay where they are. We're going to come forward. Let's tuck our toes this time. We're going to push up to our downward facing dog, and we're going to do that same thing where we shift our hips back, keeping our hands where they are. Let's check in on our downward facing dog, all right? Bring your hips up. Shift your hips back. Keep your hands where they are. How does that feel in your downward facing dog? Do you feel a little bit more comfortable? Does that make you feel a little bit more secure in your downward facing dog? Let me know. Let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Bend the knee, belly on the thigh. Squat into your squat, belly on the thigh. Breathe. Relax your hips down. Release your hands right in front of your feet. And let's begin to curl up. One vertebrae at a time, drawing the navel in. Let's stack our spine, one on top of the other, one vertebrae. Bring those arms up. Gaze up towards the ceiling. On that exhale, let's curl back down. We're going to walk our hands right back out. So let's bend the knees. Let's walk our hands right back out to our downward facing dog, to your comfort level. Shift the weight back. Let's shift that weight forward. We're almost in a push-up position. Let's shift the weight back. Heels come back to downward facing dog. Let's shift it forward. Plank position. Let's shift it back. And let's walk our hands back, belly on the thigh. Walk the hands towards the feet. Breathe. This is our rest. Shift the weight into the ball of your feet. Come forward a little bit. Let's slowly begin to curl all the way up, extended mountain. Arms come up overhead. Point the hips forward. And on that exhale, let's come right back down. Forward fold. Walk your hands back out to your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back out, shift the weight back to your heels. Let's shift forward back to our push-up position and shift the weight back. Gently shift it forward and shift the weight back. Let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Come back into your forward fold. Inhale, let's slowly curl all the way up. Hips press forward. Gaze up towards the hands. Exhale, let's take those hands down by our side. Woo, that was energizing, right? How was that? How did you enjoy that? Woo. All right, let's bring it back towards the front of our mat. Let's give it a rock. Placing those hands down by our side, we're gonna start to get back into a flow, and I promised you an inversion. And we're gonna do one we haven't done in a while. All right, so place those hands down by your side. Our drishti point is forward. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips, bring it down. Let's take a flat back here. Plant the hands, step it back. We're gonna flow it out to our downward facing dog. Feel free to flow however you'd like to flow. This is your practice. We meet in downward facing dog. We're gonna lift up that right leg, bend the knee, open it up. Three-legged dog. Let's bring that knee to nose, arch the spine, hinge forward. Take it back up. Knee to nose. Take it back up. One more knee to nose. And let's bring that foot through, frame the hand. You can also come onto your knee, bring that foot through. We're gonna come up onto that back foot. Let's spin that back heel 45 degrees. We're gonna immediately windmill open, warrior two. T-arms here. Bend into that front knee. Whew. Breathe. Inhale, let's reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, let's reverse. Exhale, we're gonna pivot on that back foot. Spin it towards the front. Take your hands down to the front foot. Let's step it forward and let's come to our half moon here. We're gonna spin here, keep your hips here, keep your leg here. You can float here. Maybe you take warrior three and I'm gonna just hop back so I'm still in frame. You can take that opposite hand to your foot, bring it towards about in line where your foot would be, and you can spin it open. Feel free to keep it here, or maybe you'd like to open up same side, same foot, same arm, whichever one feels good to you. All right, you got this. Hold it one more breath. On that exhale, let's bring that back foot down. Let's come to our lunge, high crescent lunge. Yes. Exhale, bring that hand down. Step that front foot back to your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. We have to do that same thing on the opposite side. So we're gonna lift up that opposite leg, bend the knee, open it out, three-legged dog here. Let's bring that knee to nose. You can always take your knee down for this. Take it back up. Knee to nose. and take it back up. One more before we bring it through, knee to nose. Let's bring that foot through, frame the hands. Let's immediately pivot on that back foot. Open up, warrior two. Breathe. That front knee is right over ring finger. You got this. Let's reverse. Side angle. Let's reverse. We're gonna pivot on that back foot. Let's come into that lunge. Bring the hand down, frame the front foot. We're gonna pivot off of that back foot. Let's come and fly. Now you can take a warrior three, you can twist, or you can go same leg, same foot, whichever one. Whichever one, same leg, same arm. Whichever one feels good to you. You can always use a block. I'm going to do this one so that I can face you, yes. There we go. And let's begin to come out of it. So we're going to step that front foot, back foot down, come back into your lunge. How was that for you? Intense, right? Woo. All right, let's bring those hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Paddle your feet. Let's begin to bring those knees down. Let's untuck our toes, shift the weight back into our heels. Release your head. Let's slowly walk our hands up towards our body. Have a seat on your knees, on your heels. Breathe right here. We're gonna walk those hands behind us towards our toes. Bring those shoulder blades to touch. Pressing the hips forward and the chest forward. Let's begin to bring our hips down onto our side. Bring your feet in front of you. We're gonna come up so that we have enough room to come down onto our mat. So I want you to bring yourself down, tuck your tailbone under, come down onto your mat, give it a rock from side to side. Now I'm gonna make sure that you can see me. We're gonna extend out that right leg, hugging in our left. Release the right leg all the way down to the ground, extend it out. We're gonna cross over that left leg. Bring that back hand out to a T. Look back towards your back hand. Take an inhale in, exhale, come back onto your back, hug the knee in. Go ahead and give it a little circle around. Even with one hand, if you'd like to make some bigger circles. Let's pause, reverse your circles. This is really good for hip mobility. And let's swap it out. So hugging that knee in, we're gonna swap out the legs, hug in the opposite leg, let the left leg go long. Bring that knee into the chest. And let's go ahead and cross over our right leg. Take that back hand out to a T. Relax your hips in your chest. Surrender your shoulder. Let's take a full cycle of breath here. Take an inhale in, exhale, come back onto your back, bring the knee in. Let's go ahead and rotate out that knee. Move it around in a circle. Again, if you'd like to make bigger circles, you can try it out with one hand. Release the tension from the glutes. Just focus on moving the knee. And release, go the opposite way. And let's bring that knee into the chest. We're gonna hug both knees in. Hug them in nice and tight. Give it a rock from side to side. Let's place our feet down. We're setting up for our bridge pose. Toes are going to track forward, walking your heels in, bringing your hands down towards your heels. Fingertips may touch the heels. If not, just draw those elbows in. We're going to press into the feet, lift the hips, elbows if they're down or hands if they're down. Press your hips up. Let's see if we can press up a little bit higher. Lift your hips. Breathe. Lift a little bit higher. And on that exhale, let's draw it down. Lower back comes in contact first. Give those knees a little rock from side to side. Windshield wiper. All right, let's set up one more time. Let's bring those heels in. Fingertips come down or elbows come in. Let's begin to press into the feet. Lift the hips, relax the head. Let's see if we can lift up a little bit higher. We're lifting those hips up a little bit higher. You got this. You got it. A little bit higher. And a little bit higher. And on that exhale, let's lower down. Give it a rock from side to side. Taking your knees back to center. Let's cross right leg over left. Allow that knee to come open. We're going to take our pigeon pose here on our back, drawing that left knee in towards the chest. If you'd like to take this a little further, we're going to thread our hand towards the center. Hug the back of the left thigh. Release the shoulders. Flex that top foot. Bring that knee into the chest. Feel the stretch along your hip flexors here, even the outside of the hip. Keeping our knee into our chest, we're going to release our hands out to a T and let that foot fall over towards the opposite side. Release the tension from the hip. Going to feel a nice stretch here. Look away from your knees. Take one more full cycle of breath. On that exhale, let's bring the knee back into the chest. Lower that foot down, uncross your leg. Give it a windshield wiper rock. Same thing is going to happen on the opposite side. Bringing those knees back to center. Let's do a figure 4 cross on our left side. Take a full cycle of breath here. Let's draw that right knee into the chest. Now, opposite sides may vary. We're going to flex that top foot. You're welcome to thread that hand. Hug the back of the thigh. Take it in a little bit closer. Breathe. Surrender your body. Keeping our knee into our chest, release the hands. Take it out to a T, and let's let that foot float over to the side. You can hold on to the top of that foot and turn to look away from your knees. I'm going to take my hands to center, to the center of the T, not too high, right in line with the shoulders. And with every exhale, just allow those hips to surrender. When we talk about forgiveness, we even have a lot of things that are held up in our bodies. So we have to forgive ourselves, and that allows our body to release, because the body does indeed keep score. So let's take a full cycle of breath. Take an inhale in. Exhale, let's come back to center, bringing that knee back where it was. And let's release that foot down, uncross your legs, give it a windshield wiper rock from side to side, nice and slow, as if it was just a little drizzle. And you don't need much with the wipers. Even pausing on opposite sides, releasing that tension from your hips before coming up nice and slow and letting it hang out on the opposite side. Gently bring it back up to center. We're going to bring our soles of our feet to touch, butterfly out the thighs. If the feet push forward, that's okay. I want you to release that tension. Allow those knees to open up. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Give your body permission to release. Give your body permission to be soft. Let's take one more full cycle of breath. Inhale in, exhale, let's close the thighs up like a book. Give it in a rock from side to side. Let's hug our knees nice and wide onto our chest on the shoulders. You can take this modified happy baby, or maybe grabbing the tops of the feet, taking the feet up towards the ceiling and the knees down towards the mat. If there's any tension here in the hamstrings or the hip flexors, or maybe even the quads, you're gonna feel this. Feel free to give it a rock from side to side, bringing in one heel at a time. And I invite you to take any posture that feels good to you for our last few breaths. I'm gonna hang out here in this half extended happy baby. I'm gonna extend one leg, because that's what my body feels like it needs at this moment. And I'm going to try it on the opposite side as slowly as I did the other one. And when you're ready, slowly coming out of whatever position you were in and setting up for your Shavasana, you can keep those knees bent, or maybe you take your feet all the way down into our corpse pose. Taking one hand to heart and one hand to belly, releasing the tension, softening your feet, your knees, softening your glutes, fingers, melting your shoulders, unclenching your jaw, and softening your eyes. Give your body permission to be here. And if you feel like maybe I didn't do all the poses right, give yourself the grace. Maybe you're feeling like I'm just not enough in whatever it is. Forgive yourself for the negative thoughts. And as you think about any self-limiting beliefs, I want you to always think of it in a positive. If it's, I'm stressed, I'm experiencing moments of stress. Not I am, but I am having moments of stress. I am experiencing experiencing these very few moments. But you are much bigger than your words. So we have to speak that positivity. Forgive yourself if you have those negative thoughts. And even if we correct ourselves in the moment, that's what it's all about. So we're going to take another 2 to 3 breaths of silence and stillness, just giving ourselves permission to be calm and still in this moment. I'll come get you when it's time. Gently as we came into the practice, we start to invite movement into our bodies, wiggling fingers and toes, drawing in inhale and exhales. On that next inhale, let's draw our knee into our chest on the exhale. Inhale in, let's draw on the opposite knee till both knees are in. Rolling over to one comfortable side, cradle your head. And gently begin to push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Whatever that looks like for you, placing our hands to heart center, our thumbs to our chest. I want you to thank yourself for showing up for you today. Thanking your body for showing up for you. And I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. Take this energy with you off the mat and share it with others, because energy is infectious and we want to share the good stuff. Until next time, namaste. All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the practice. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's always great to just have this time to be able to really enjoy it. And I tell you, it doesn't get any better than that. So I know my moderator is going to say, remember to stop your watch. And I always forget. So remember to stop your watch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I hope you enjoyed the practice. All right. I see we have Brandon. Good morning. The hate comes with the plate. Hello. Thank you for being a part of the practice. I thank you so much. This is one of those things where, it's a labor of love. It's been 5 years that I've been hosting Saturday, 6 years on YouTube, 5 years that I've been hosting this Saturday class. Now, May Day is upon us. May, I am going to be celebrating my birthday. So it's going to be a special month for me. I am going to be traveling. So I will not be live for most of May. But guess what? Saturday we'll be here. Saturday, 8:30. You will still see my face. You will still get a new class because I love you that much. I got to be here. All right? So thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, what comes with the plate? You're amazing. I hope you're feeling better. I wish you all the healing energy. So feel better. And we're going to keep this going. I'm going to get out of here. And I hope that you enjoy your day. And I will be here live. Let me see. I might pop in because I love to pop in. But Saturday, I'm going to be traveling. So I want to make sure that I have a class. Chair yoga is the first Saturday. And chair yoga you will get. All right? Happy Saturday and peace.